thanks for coming on by and checking out the early morning vlog. Got some music in the background coming from my Google Pixel 4a 5G. Let me know how that sounds. Kind of an odd test, but I was curious. Usually I'm pumping out some music through my car stereo. Shooting this video with the Sony Xperia Mark II, 1080p 30 frames per second. As you can see, we have no focus hunting, just for a quick millisecond. It has to focus. I'll show you again right there. It's just, it goes out of focus just really quick and then comes back in. So it just has to focus just a bit through that action as far as spraying my windshield with the windshield cleaner and the windshield wipers going back and forth. But that's not bad at all. If you look at that really quick, it goes right back into focus. And it looks great at 1080p 30 frames per second. Sony Xperia Mark II, just awesome in performance, awesome in just functionality. My media intake is amazing. This display is just gorgeous. Sound great. Connectivity, it does not get 5G, does not have band 71, does work with T-Mobile, Metro PCS, AT&T, and anything connected, any of those sub-type carriers that work with AT&T and T-Mobile. 4G connectivity is awesome. I have no issues with that whatsoever. You know, $700 for me, this was a great buy. It's going to end up going to my third oldest son. He loves Sony devices, so this will be going to him when I'm done with it. And he's excited. Let's see. Just try to give you quick updates on this device. Cameras, takes great pictures. video right now, 1080p 30 frames a second. Just looks great. You do have Cinematic Pro, Cinepro as far as shooting video, and you do have the Pro camera as well. So for those of you who are trained professionals, you can go and utilize all those tools to change up your video experience and your your photography experience as far as utilizing this device. You do have an actual little button up at the right hand corner to take pictures, an actual physical button there that you can snap away, so that's awesome. Battery life is ranging between 5 to 7 hours, is depending on what I'm doing, whether I'm being heavy with it or not. That's just depends on what kind of day I'm having with it. I'll be able to throw some screenshots up and let you see those screenshots. But again, this device as a whole, with connectivity as a phone calls going out, coming in perfect, texting going out, coming in perfect, performance, functionality. I think there's been a couple times where I've gone over to my Google feed and there's been a little bit of a stick, but that's not a big deal to me. It's not even worth mentioning, to tell you the truth, but I'm just going to throw that in there.
Attractive option for a lot of people, but you still probably want to know how the cameras perform. And so I'm going to show you a bunch of photos and videos in both good and low light conditions so you can see for yourself. But I think at this price point, you should temper your expectations. Most phones at this price point, you'll get decent performance and good lighting conditions. But of course, in low light, performance tends to suffer, and the Nord N200 5G is no exception. But take a look at all the photos and videos. Let me know what you think.
If you have any questions, let me know down below what you want to know. I'm just throwing out some really quick information as far as my experience, and with that, I'm going to go over to the next thing I wanted to talk about, and that was the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Got to have a little hands-on time. My wife and I went into Best Buy because she wanted to see it. That's probably what we're going to get her. I know I'm getting it. But we're going to go through T-Mobile for her. I'm going through the Samsung website. We're going to upgrade from her Note 10 to the Z Flip. She just wanted to check it out, and she just loved it, man. She just loved it. So the colors that were there, as far as the choices that Best Buy are going to have, she wasn't too keen on. She likes the cream colored one, but I'll probably end up bringing in a skin for her. She wants to change that up, but man, it just felt so solid in hand. It felt great. I love the rounded corners. They're not too rounded, but I love the width and the somewhat flat sides, bottom and top. You're probably looking at the pictures right now, so you can see what I'm trying to say while I'm focusing and driving at the same time. Beautiful 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED folding display. Just gorgeous. Was checking out some movie trailers, and wow. Just looks great. That little folding area, yeah, you can see it depending on how you're holding it with the light reflecting off of that area while I was holding it in store. And but as I was watching a movie trailer, I literally forgot it was even there. it's kind of like a punch hole, camera punch hole on a display. After a while, you just don't even realize it's there. So that's basically what's going on there. Speakers, you get 2 speakers, stereo speakers. This time around on the last Z Flip, you did not get that. You only got 1, so now you have 2, so that's awesome. You know, the one area that I'm going to be testing out is that 3300 milliamp battery, so we'll see how that ends up, you know, doing as far as battery life. The gentleman that was there representing Samsung, because that's, I didn't mention that because they were actually, he and another gentleman were from Best Buy were actually putting the table together for the demo devices, and got to talk with the guy from Samsung, and that was really cool. So he gave us free reign for a little bit, just hands-on and checking out a bunch of stuff with the Z Fold 3. And in the pictures, I don't know if that video is over with that I added in, but you can see that I had my Google Pixel 4a 5G and my Sony Xperia Mark II. Just did a little bit of a size comparison there. But yeah, he gave us free reign for a few, and it was nice to just listen to some music, watch some movie trailers, hands-on, take some selfies. You know what was cool about the Z Fold 3 was that when the camera when taking a selfie wasn't being used, you're just looking. We were taking a few selfies with the Fold 3, and then he goes, check this out. So he activated the camera, and then on the right at the top you could see the camera punch hole. All of a sudden it was there because it's underneath the display, so you could take that selfie. As soon as you turned off the camera, that punch hole disappeared. It's like wasn't even there, it didn't even exist. That was super cool, super cool. The Z Flip 3 does have a punch hole for the front-facing camera, but it's right in the center. Not a big deal at all. It's a gorgeous display, felt great in hand, solid, beautiful, smooth looking, just perfect in design. Wow, I'm excited. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be definitely testing the pictures. The selfies that we took and a couple pictures of the store looked awesome. Looked awesome. So at this point, man, I'm really stoked to finally get into. It's not a foldable, but it's a flip. But I'm getting into that world, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyway, update on the Sony Xperia Mark II. If there was something that I said you didn't understand, again, it's very difficult to drive and pay attention and get out exactly what I'm trying to say, but I think you know the gist of what I'm trying to communicate. So any questions on the Sony Xperia Mark II or the Z Flip 3 from Samsung coming soon, let me know down below in the comment section. Outside of that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And with that, some more music from my Google Pixel 4a 5G. Take care. Stay safe and healthy. God bless. Peace. This is my Project 13. I'm out.